I'm really excited to be here and to see that such a big conference has a big space, they all dedicated to impact, especially the stage is even bigger than that one last year. I'm here today to talk about innovation, because I'm sure that most of you, when I say innovation, hear technology. For me, innovation is the ability that we have as human beings to evolve. And as a human being, I'm extremely grateful to be able to live in this era where we have all the tools available to take on every challenge. We can truly define our future, and we can bring to life the identity that we have been dreaming of. So technology, for me, is a great tool that helps us to amplify our action and to bring value to things. Imagine like what was an empty room before Airbnb was only an empty room. And thanks to Airbnb, we are able to match an empty room with a person looking for a room. So we create some value. I don't know how many of you went to see Malala documentary that came out this week. And what I think is really inspiring and amazing is that a 16-year-old woman in Pakistan, thanks to her blog, she has been able to start a movement and bring the attention to the world to a problem that has been affecting her country for more than 2 decades. And only because of that blog, she got attention to the world. And they need to make us think, like, what's the responsibility and what's the impact that our actions have, in the good and in the bad. A few months after I launched Hack for Big Choices, we weren't doing any aggressive marketing yet, but I received an email from Enrique. Enrique is an engineer student from Tech of Monterrey, Mexico. And he wrote me, "I want to improve local education. Can you help me?" And I was like, whoa, we didn't do anything, and almost no one knows about us. But this guy is exactly the type of people that I want to work with. So I asked him, how did you find us? And he said, I just Googled, improve local education, and you came out as one of the first results. So his choice and his way of feeling that he wanted to do something for his community impacted hundreds of people's lives. Because right now, we're already working in Mexico for 2 years and with more than 200 entrepreneurs. And amongst these 200 entrepreneurs, there are like many who launch like good companies that now are impacting thousands of people's lives. So can you see like what's like the action of one person can have like amazing impact? So I truly believe that right now we need to feel this power of designing our life and don't wait for anyone else to do that for us. I'm Italian, so I had the opportunity to spend a lot of time with my grandparents, who always remind me what has been living after the World War. There was nothing. Every time I sit on the table with my grandma, she reminds me how grateful she is to have bread on the table and have like water right there. When she was like 6 years old, she used to bike like 2 hours, go and 2 hours back to go to get just some water. And this took like more than 2 decades to recover from the World War. This is something that right now cannot happen anymore, because at that time, what was missing, they didn't have the tools. They didn't feel empowered to change their life. They were relying on third parties, like a government. And this makes things take much more time. While like right now, a small group of individuals can create technology that impact millions of people's lives. You can think about Steve Jobs, Mark Zuckerberg. Their work is affecting our life every day. But this is already the past, because we are going through a phase. These people still belongs to a small area, a small geographical area in the world. And also, they are like an elite. But what's happening right now is that more and more people are coming online. The entire humanity is coming around the table. And you think that still 57% of the people in the world are offline. They're not connected. They don't have a voice. So I've been living in Silicon Valley for 7 years. And as most of us, what we love to do in the weekend, we like to go to hackathons. And you see hundreds of talented people who think what they can do to build like the next cool thing. And the process to think a new business started from what we feel the urgency of. So we were like so excited of thinking, how can I have the best food in town at any time during the day, or during the week? Or how can I meet more friends? These are like most of the problems that sometimes make us forget and like lose perspective. So for me, it's been like amazing spending all the time in Silicon Valley and see all this adrenaline of building like new things. And I thought that would have been like the most exciting thing, probably like in my life, because I felt for the first time part of a community that was committed to do something. But that didn't last long, because last February, we organized the largest hackathon that ever happened in Africa. It took place in Accra. I was walking through the table, and I saw a small group of guys between 17 and 24 years old working really hard. I asked them, "What are you doing?" And they said, "We are tackling prenatal complication." Whoa, wait a second. You are guys, and you are so sensitive to a topic that is mostly regards like women. How come? And they said, "We saw our mothers, we saw our sisters struggling, and we don't want this happening anymore." This, like many other stories, made me realize how beautiful it is when we can use technology for a long-term impact. We can really see how much far we can go, and not only think, let's build something that can be successful, probably can be like overnight success, but it's not going to bring like humanity that far. So, as other speakers were saying earlier, we are democratizing access to resources. So what's happening is that you, like a teenager in Africa, or a woman in India, or anyone else, has like a good opportunity to have access to the same type of resources. Think about information like Google. Like Obama, Elon Musk, me, and you have the same access to information. But what really makes the difference is like how we use these information, how we use these resources. And this is what motivates my work all the time, because I want to make sure that we can leverage as much as possible all the abundance that we have available. So what I want to leave you today with, it's a question. What are you going to bring to the table to help us as a humanity, as a species, to move forward? And keep in mind that governments want to have more peaceful countries. They want to create more jobs, but they're not agile enough to do that by themselves. Private companies want to innovate, but they can't do that by themselves because they need single entrepreneurs who are like highly motivated and highly committed to solve these problems. So for me, innovation is really not about technology itself, but how we adopt it and how we collaborate. So I would like to invite you all to reevaluate each other's work and see what we can do to move our species forward. Thank you.